Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, I had a brainstorm again. Okay, yes, the dog had to come inside because it was got scared. Okay, the cat couldn't come in because the dog was inside it, and the cat had to stay outside chasing the mouse. Our cat actually caught a mouse last night. Can you believe this? Our cat is 105 years old and was chasing mice in the backyard. I couldn't believe it. It's a true story. I saw it. He actually ate the mouse. It's true. I saw it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't come down. I said, "What are you doing?" I feed the cat every day. It eats food. What are you doing eating mouse? It became Superman. It ate the mouse and became like a mighty mouse. Okay, just coming down. Anyway, I had a brainstorm, and this is good. Okay, wait till you hear my brainstorm. Oh, you're gonna love this one. Okay, hasn't been mentioned anywhere. Okay, this hasn't been, well, not that I'm on Twitter. I don't go on to a lot of the video producers or podcasters' websites. I don't see anything there, but I haven't seen it on Twitter, okay? And normally when something is mentioned, it's on Twitter, but this is big, okay, very big. And you need to plan for this, okay? If you're going to follow me on this one, this is going to be good, okay? But we don't know if it's going to happen, okay? But I'm going to show you something. You're going to freak out, okay? Just coming down. Okay, now before I do, we have an announcement. On my Sunday night press conference video, I had a comment, okay, and it came from Supercoach God, and he says, "Abs, and mind you, Supercoach God has been with us from the start, like all of you guys, okay? So he's one of us, okay? He's like a brother to us now, okay? Just coming down. Anyway, he says, Abs, you are one of the reasons I started my own channel." He's actually started his own channel, everyone. Okay, we're gonna check him out now. It says, "Thank you, man, and love your personality. You'll come back, I'm sure." Well, we're gonna come back, just coming down. Okay, but go into his channel. It's called Supercoach. Actually, let's see what it's exactly called. I'm gonna put it in the description below. Okay, it's Supercoach God. Okay, I've already subscribed to him. He has 77 subs. Okay, he gets very excited when he sees a sub. I actually watched one of his videos, and he was on. I think he was on 70, got very excited. He's counting the subs. That's how I was. Okay, I was counting every single sub I had. Would you believe I'm still counting them? It was a true story. We get excited when we see our subs, okay? We love our subs, okay? And he wants some subs, okay? So just sub to him, make him happy. And actually, he's actually quite entertaining, okay? Just coming down. Anyway, let's continue. Now, what's going to separate us from the rest? Okay, now this is the question we need to ask. How are we going to come back? Okay, we need a plan. I mean, I already shown you a plan yesterday, but we're going to improve on this plan. We're going to make a better plan because the plan we had yesterday, we're going to continue that plan, but we're going to take one small detour. Okay, now this detour is huge. Now, this week we're in round 4, all right? Round 4 starts. You probably already knew this, okay? It's not like groundbreaking information, okay? It's not a news flash. Just coming down. It's round 4 this week. Now, what happens at the end of round 5? All right, Zeeble and Sheezel, okay? They are able to come in and replace Wilmot and Stocker, okay? Because Gimby's playing well. So Zeeble and Sheezel will come here. So what are we going to do over here? Who's gonna replace these two? What are they? Samaniti and Green? No, just coming down. I have a plan. Now, next week I wanted to bring in, and it's going to happen. Everyone's going to bring him in. I wanted to bring in, what's his name? Stewart. Now, I'm really hoping that Stewart doesn't ruin the party. I'm hoping that Stewart just goes at least at about a 90 or 100. Okay, that will ease me. Then I could bring him in the following week. Okay, but next week, what I really want to do is get this spot ready. Now, there are 2 players that they're going to come in here. Let me show them to you, okay? And one is a shock. You're not going to believe what I'm going to show you now, okay? Players. Now, one is Cogs. We want to bring him in there, okay? So we need something to fill that spot. Because you don't want to have, one's going to be Cogs. Now, Cogs has a break-even of 152, all right? Now, we're not in a rush to get Cogs, okay? So we're going to bring in Cogs a little bit later, all right? So we're going to still hold either a Sheezel or Zeeble in that spot for now. So Cogs, for example, here has got 2 games to go. He's going to drop to around about 5.16, going by this chart. He has Essendon and Hawthorn to play, all right? So we're hoping he gets around about 5.16. Even less would be nicer, okay? 500 would be very nice, okay? Just coming down. Now, it's not Cogs that we're after right now. We're after... Now, let me show you Chandler, okay? Now, the player I'm going to bring is not Chandler, but I just want to show you Chandler, all right? Now, this is Chandler. Let's get a Chandler here. Chandler. Now, a player like Chandler, where is he playing? He's playing a forward line, all right? Pretty much just forward line. What's he scoring? 93, 71, 90. And that's not bad, okay? Kicking a few goals, 3 goals to get that score of 90 this week. What happens when there's a player twice as good as Chandler? Gets more touches, more goals, more mid-time, and is just not very expensive. What happens then? And he's forward eligible. He might even have forward mid eligibility, although he did miss a few games. What happens to this player? Have you considered Pickett's? Okay, 365k, a forward. All right, eligibility, only forward. And have a look at his score, 144. Kicked 4 goals, all right, to get this score. All right, so he had to kick a lot of goals. Plays West Coast this week. Now, what's he going to do against West Coast? If he kicked 4 goals against the Dogs, how many is he going to kick against West Coast? Then he plays Essendon, then he plays Richmond, then he plays North Melbourne. Just coming down, everybody. Okay, now, score of 144. If he goes nuts again, now keep in mind, he was taking up Oliver's mid-time. Took some of the mid-time, not just Oliver's, but he shared the mid-time as well. Let me show you something. Now, this is, we're in DFS Australia. This is round 1. He had 15 kicks, 4 handballs. So, kick-to-handball ratio is very high, all right? He had 4 goals, 1. He even had 4 free kicks against in his score of 144. 4 free kicks against, and he still scored 144, okay? Points per minute, 1.47. Started in the forward pocket. Now, let me show you his heat map. Now, as you can see here, going by this, he's spent some time in defence, in the midfield, in both offensive and defensive part, and also in the forward line. Now, his heat map. Now, this is not a bad heat map, all right? This is for a forward. He's a live wire, okay? A lot of kicks to handball, and this is against the Dogs, okay? And watch him again this week. Don't get him this week. Okay, do not touch him. But this is a good heat map. Okay, he's playing midfield. He's playing forward. He's playing everywhere, kicking goals. And you know Melbourne, they can kick goals very quick. And this kid is lightning. Now, he's not going to score you 144s every week. Okay, but he will score you. He will average you around about 90, 95. But the thing with him is, if he can go another big week this week, he's going to have a massive low break even. Okay, so he's going to make huge cash. Now, let's get back to our team. So the question now becomes, what are we planning for? Well, we're planning for round 5. Okay, that's what we're planning for, or end of round 5. Okay, even though we are planning for round 4, we're actually planning for round 5 because people are going to want to have Zeeble and Cheezels. Okay, they're going to move these 2. Now, you need to bring in forwards to move in these 2. There's only Cogs available, okay, as I showed you. Now, when you get Pickett, because we don't have a forward ruckman at the moment, because Darcy Cameron went down, so we can't get him. So, Pickett can become Darcy Cameron later on, or he can actually become your F7 and just stay on the bench and just because he's cheap, he's like a rookie price. Now, the idea is to buy low and sell high. Okay, that's why I sold Dockley last week high. I mean, I'm stuck with Ridley. Okay, I can't sell him high, but you got to sell high sometimes. That's why I sold Shrek at his peak. They had to go. Okay, it's going to have to be Cowan and Green. Okay, which I'm happy with. I don't want to get rid of Simoniti. Okay, now how's it going to work? Let me show you now. Now Cowan is going to be 175 next week. All right. Plus, Green is going to be 175 next week. 175. Plus, we have 151k in the bank, 151. That equals 501. Take away Van Rooyen we're going to bring in. So that's 123. Okay. So 123 plus... It costs 366k. We've got 378. We're just going to squeeze it in. Okay, so it's going to work. This young boy here, Pickett, look at this. You can get him next week. And you know what? It's going to cost you. All it's going to cost you is this. To get Pickett, all you get rid of is Cowan and Green, and you get Rooyen and Pickett. This is a good deal, but you need about a 150k in the bank. Okay, you have 150k. Show me the money, and I'll show you the honey. Okay, just calm it down. Okay, let's continue. Also, I forgot to mention. So we're getting rid of a defender. You're going to ask me how we bring in 2 forwards. So we've got Cowan there. Constable then goes back into our defence. Okay. Constable goes back to defence. We move any one of these mid-forwards. Let's just say Taranto comes into the midfield, which then takes Mackenzie off the field, okay? And then we can have our forward here, Pickett and Rooyen over here. So it's worked out perfect. Now, if we have more brainstorms like this one, we'll let you know, but you got to understand, brainstorms are very dangerous in my household. Okay, the cats and the mouse and the dogs, they all go crazy when a brainstorm happens. Just calm it down. Okay, I'm trying to limit the brainstorms, but sometimes I can't help it; they just happen. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. Now, stay positive. Okay, don't be negative. I've seen some negative comments. Not many. Most of you are positive, but stay positive, because if you're ranked 50,000, 40,000, that's nothing. Okay. Last year, all right, and this is a true story. It's not a lie. Okay, just calm it down. Last year, I was 500 points behind the leader. All right, and we're talking in the bye rounds, and there's not much time to go, and I'm 500 points behind, and I'm panicking. But you don't have to panic, because once your team is full primo, your team scores massive, okay? We're talking like 2,800 scores, 2,600s on a regular basis when you're full primo. In the early rounds, okay, some teams are going to have an advantage over you. You're going to lose 200 points to it in a week. You're going to lose 150 points in a week. It means nothing as long as your team is going to be full primo. So it's building your Ferrari that's more important than your points right now. Because you're going to come back. We've got the buy rounds to get them all. Okay, we've got so much options. But the trick is to buy low and sell high. You need that cash flow coming. Okay, you got to manage that cash. That's the most important thing right now. Just calm it down. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for joining, and remember one thing: it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.